Yeah, folks. So it's Friday night and we are live here. I mean, a lot has happened recently. I mean, the IPL retentions have come up. All the 10 teams have announced their retentions. The auctions are on the way, maybe in a month's time or so. And I mean, there's a lot of excitement going on around the social media amongst all cricket fanatics, everyone becoming auction experts, everyone creating their own teams. And it's a different sort of fun, to be honest. I mean, speculating all those buys, everyone dreaming of some favorites to come to their own teams. And I mean, we will also like to have some discussion on these retention things, and that's why we are here today. Also, added to that, we will mostly like to have discussions on the IPL retentions, but we will also maybe touch upon the India New Zealand test and the other matches which are going on. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
definitely we are going to talk about everything. And just give me a moment. I'm just fixing my mic. Just give me a
yeah,
moment.
yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, we are also waiting for our audience to join in. I mean, I saw someone's comment on our community post. I think it was Shamir most probably. So, guys, please join us and please comment. Please share your feedbacks, your um, things, anything you want to discuss. I mean, we will like to harp upon every topic. Yeah,
Yeah, hello.
so we are waiting for our audience. I mean, then I guess we will. So before our audience joins in, I mean, maybe let's touch a bit upon the India New Zealand match, day one, whatever happened. So I mean, it was mostly at one point of time, just around 15, 20 minutes before stumps, it looked like India were cruising along. Gill looked solid. Jaiswal was playing so well. And then that 15 minutes of bad play. And I mean, the things turned on his head. Jaiswal tried an audacious reverse sweep. Siraj considered himself, I don't know what, and he wasted a review also with his wicket. And then Kohli, I mean, last time he just got Pant run out with a risky call, and this time he himself got run out. Yeah, so
Yeah,
if Ashish can share his views on the last 15 minutes of Harakiri.
certainly. The way, firstly, let's talk about India's bowling. Getting New Zealand out for 235 odd runs was, firstly, let me confirm, I'm audible, right?
Yeah, 230 odd, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, New Zealand were 160 for three or something like that, I think. Then that collapse happened, and Mitchell was the only one who played well.
Yeah, certainly. So, looking at that, I would say that Indian bowlers did pretty well, and uh, certainly they had some partnerships going their way initially, but they came back strongly, and then especially Jadeja picking up the 5 wicket. So 235 is a score probably uh, India shouldn't be much disappointed with their bowling efforts. Then coming to their batting, starting off again, Rohit Sharma this innings, just like the other innings in this series, he was disappointing and he threw his wicket away basically. And and after Rohit Sharma was gone, India was really looking strong with uh, Jaswal and Gill at the crease, and really scoring the runs and making the scoreboard ticking. But then Jaswal played that reverse sweep or whatever you call it and getting bowled. And after that, what Siraj did was nothing short of a comedy. That was just a that was a scene from a comedy movie. He came out to bat with all his confidence, missed the ball, then he took the review, a review that was looking completely plump. Okay, and he even took it. He wasted the review. It was probably hitting the middle of the middle stump. He wasted it, and after that he gave a shocking look at what just happened, and then he went back.
Also, I mean, I didn't get their logic of sending Siraj as the night watchman. I think if someone had to be sent, either Akashdeep or maybe one out of those three spinners.
Yeah, true. But no, but see,
Because if you are
the
sending
first
Siraj,
thing
you are really trusting Siraj more than Kohli to face those spinners in the last 2 3 overs.
yeah, well, like, okay, fine. Maybe in the entire scheme of things, they thought he was the biggest scapegoat that India had, and maybe just threw him to the lions den. But that being said, okay, what happened was bad. But then Kohli walked in. He looked good. He scored a couple of boundaries. He was timing the ball well. He was looking good. And then that call. I guess in this series, what is actually a big differentiating factor between the two teams is the fielding. The New Zealand's fielding has been really top notch, and they haven't let go any such moments
Yeah,
they have in the series. Look at the first game, the first innings, the 46 all out. In New Zealand, fielding was top notch. They made half chances complete. Even today,
yeah, I mean, from Bangalore when Conway took their catch of Sarfaraz, and they were very good. I think apart from a couple of moments which are mostly involved Tom Blundell, he failed to run out Rishabh in that one match, dropped one catch of Rishabh. I think today also was not that good behind the stumps. But apart from that, it's mostly today also. I think India got a couple of chances. Rohit was once dropped by O'Rourke in while trying to play that pull shot, and uh, then again, I mean. Rohit has now set a different trend of getting out to pacers when everyone will get out to spinners.
that's true. But what surprises me, let's complete the first thing that after that, what Kohli did, even that other game where he made punt take that
Yeah, and
risky.
I think this is more down to the fact that Kohli is very eager to just get off strike against left arm spin.
That is also true. That might be true. I don't know that, but yeah.
So
What
that's another thing. I think that's why he was so much, I mean, insistent on getting that risky single. And getting run out in Test cricket, I mean, really hurts a lot. To be honest, I mean, in Test cricket, the bowler needs to set you up and buy your wicket literally, and then you are gifting your wicket by running yourself out. That's the worst way you can get out in a Test match.
true? That is true. That is true.
Yeah, so
And
I
and
mean,
uh,
that's very
and one is Tom Blunder playing. Like New Zealand cannot find another wicketkeeper batter in their entire country. His performance with the bat is terrible. In the last match, second innings, he did contribute some runs, but overall, he hasn't been that good with the bat. His keeping skills are also very average to say. But then, why in a country they can't find another wicketkeeper batter better than him?
yeah. I think Blundell, I mean, struggled badly against the spinners to keep the ball. Today also he missed twice or thrice. He was struck on his face and all, so he just couldn't read the trajectory of the ball while keeping. And I mean, maybe he is a decent keeper. So I think we've got a comment. Anubhav C. Could this be Virat and Rohit's last home Test match?
Uh, I doubt. For Virat, I
I mean,
doubt. I don't know about Rohit.
India's next home assignment, I think, will be around a year from here because they will go to Australia, then they have the WTC next year, then they are going to England for the 5 match series, and then maybe next year around this Diwali time, maybe they might have be having some series at home. So, I mean, yeah, 1 year from now, not sure to be honest. I mean, the way Virat is playing these days, I mean, and if India ends up winning the WTC, I think Virat may surprise everyone by announcing a retirement. If India doesn't, I think he will still fight it out for that one last thing left in his cabinet. For Rohit, I think he's a bit older than Virat, also a couple of years older. So not sure if this maybe is the last WTC. Also, I think the presence of Virat and Rohit in Test cricket at the moment is down to the fact that India don't have enough experienced batters. Also, if Rohit resigns, who's gonna lead the side? I think mostly it's gonna be Rishabh.
Yeah. But then Rohit's form with the bat is really basically he's a wicket in the park. Like he's a basically a free ticket, a free wicket that comes with the innings to the opponent. Like
See, I mean, Rohit's Test cricket was never Rohit's strongest forte, to be honest, but he had got that sort of a peak in the middle when he had that tremendous series in England in 2021, and he was mostly good at home. But I mean, last couple of years, it hasn't gone exactly the way we wanted. Even at home, I mean, away he hasn't played a lot. In South Africa, he struggled, which he usually have struggled, but at home he's not done that well. I think yeah, we've got another comment. Yes, Varan failed in the unofficial test against April against Australia. Who is gonna open with Yash Yashvi in Perth? Yeah, so I think India mostly struggled there. They were 107 all out or something. Ruturaj got out the first ball. Yes, Varan scored some single digit, I think. So yeah. Mm. Yeah, so Ashish can take this question.
yeah, certainly, Ishwaran fill in the uh, yeah, that's who will open with the SSV. I guess it is going to be this Rohit Sharma going off, who will be opening certainly. Anyways, we weren't hoping Ishwaran to open. So, so yeah, Ishwaran failed in both the innings. I guess in the second innings he was run out. He got run out. In the first innings, basically everyone from both the teams failed. To be to be fair, but then in the second innings, he got run out, and India is looking pretty good in the second innings though. 133 for two, I believe. When they were after the first innings, they were trailing with around 88 runs. 88 runs they were trailing, and then they are 133 for two. But then, uh, but then I don't see Iswaran getting chance anytime soon. But Sai
Yeah, Sai
Sudarshan as a
Sudarshan.
but we
I
are talking
mean,
about opening. As an opener, I don't see him right. But Sai Sudarshan, I feel Sai Sudarshan is a great prospect for Indian Test middle order. He's great because I have
yeah.
seen.
Also, I mean, just sorry to interrupt, but I think musical being one, I have not seen him. So, is he new to our channel? If so, I mean, thanks a lot for commenting, man. And please, if you are new to the channel, please watch our other videos, watch our IPL Retentions and all those things. And please just put a subscribe to just inspire us. And please share this channel with as many friends, as many relatives, as many people as possible. So, yeah, Ashish, carry on.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing that Sai Sudarshan is a really good option because if for India in middle overs, if you ask me honestly, I am probably seeing Sai Sudarshan having a brighter career for India than Sarfraz Khan because I have seen Sai Sudarshan play well in India, play well in England, play well. Now he's playing a good innings in Australia for India. Now that speaks a lot about his talent and his skill set of adjusting to different conditions and scoring runs in different conditions. So I'm really hopeful about Sai Sudarshan's performance and his presence in the Indian cricket team for long term. But certainly in the middle overs, I don't know if he opens the innings for Gujarat Titans. Also, he used to be a middle order batter, and for India, he's also a middle order batter. So, but not as an opener. If you ask me in long term, I'm probably seeing Gill and Yashasvi being the India's all format openers. That is what my hunch is saying.
Yeah, I mean, Sai Sudarshan, I think Test and ODI will be strongest formats. He doesn't have that massive power game, but he's pretty much solid with his technique, footwork, and all those things. I mean, he's more of a textbook sort of player and
I,
has got good textbook shots.
I feel he will be a very good replacement for someone like Pujara and Rahane in the
Yeah,
middle of.
Shamir, welcome back. Yeah, Shamir. So, I mean, also, as we said, I mean, our other agenda will be the IPL retention. So, let us know. put a focus on that also. So, I mean, I will like to ask Ashish. I know he's a DC fan, but I will like to ask him on a neutral perspective that which team's retention surprised you the most, be it on the negative side or the positive side?
Uh, the most funny one. See, I'm a Rahul Dravid fan as well. Okay, like he's my favorite
Yeah,
cricketer.
I've got which team you are going to speak about.
Sorry.
Yeah, I have understood which team you are going to speak about. Your world's color also speaks a lot.
So it's Rajasthan Royals. I don't know, like retaining someone like Jurel. Jurel is an exceptional talent, no doubt. Like I would love to have Jurel in Delhi Capitals. I don't know if I'm going to support Delhi Capitals any for anything any forward, but if I have a favorite team for KKR, KKR has been my second favorite choice and it will remain my first or second favorite choice because of my hometown. But that being said, I would love to have Dhruv Jurel in whichever team I'm supporting. He's a great talent. But then the for 14 cr, that is my question. Like for like your money is very valuable, you just cannot go on wasting it, and then you are having Rian Parag for 14 cr, and that makes me even believe in those memes and jokes that goes around that probably Rian Parag has some secret videos of the owners. We don't
Yeah,
know.
so that's what Shamir is also saying. And I mean, I was also having a discussion with a pal, and I was saying in the same that I have no issues that they have written, not written Butler or Bolt. Maybe they just didn't get the negotiations correct or whatever it was behind the scenes. And even if Jurel ends up having a 700, 800 run season, I will stay put to my opinion that they could have got Jurel for much lesser in the auctions. Why spend 14 crore when you could have easily got him for less than 10 crore?
Certainly, I believe he would have gone for somewhere around. I'm going value for value. I am probably putting him in the same bucket as someone like Nitish Rana or Rahul Tripathi were in the previous big auction, and they both of them went around 8 cr value. So that is where I'm putting Dhruv
And
Jurel
also,
in.
you have got a keeper in Sanju who's going to play all of your matches unless he's injured or something. So it's not that you are desperate to get a keeper, Indian keeper. That's why you kept Jurel.
But that being said, Jurel has a very good taste. Like
And then I mean, they got Hitman also for some 11 crores, I think, whom they didn't even play all the matches last year.
yeah, because no, they did play him. They just put him in the switch. That switch, I believe so.
Yeah, but Hitman also, I don't think 11 crores, was, I think maybe a bit expensive.
Uh, Even last year he was 8, 9. So giving him 11 is he could have gone because see the thing is both about Jurel and Hetmer, they bring a very unique skill set of scoring quick runs at the lower innings. Dude,
Yeah, I
if
mean,
you
Hetmeyer falls into that category of Miller, Stubbs, Hetmeyer. Who else is there? Liam Livingstone, maybe. But again, Livingstone is not exactly a 4 overs player. He needs to come a bit early.
Klassen.
Yeah, Klassen, he's also retained. So mostly the ones available in the market will be David Miller. Stubbs is also retained. And is there any other English player in that slot? I don't
David,
think so.
David
Or,
is retained.
sorry?
What about Team David is not retained, so he will be there.
Yeah, Team David is there, but then again, Team David doesn't have a very good reputation in the IPL. He's mostly had poor returns in Mumbai Indians color. And apart from them, who else? In Australia, I
Cam
mean,
Green,
Maxwell is there, but again, Maxwell is not someone who is exactly that role. He needs to come a bit early. He's more of a spin hitter sort of guy.
Cam Green.
Yeah, Cam Green, I think RCB, Mo Bobat or someone who is with RCB, that guy, he said that they had plans to get Cam Green, but I think Cam Green's availability is not sure at this point of time with all his stress fractures and those things. So
Some
that's,
Samir is
yeah,
saying Ben.
Shamir is saying Ben Stokes, but I don't think Ben Stokes is falls in that category. I think if you want to maximize his returns, you need to open him, give him that license to go bang bang in the power play and get out. So that's the best way to utilize him. You
He has the
can't.
ability of opening and scoring hundreds. He has done it for Aston Royals, but then he has to come up early in the innings. He cannot come lower in the innings and score quick runs at this
Yeah, I
point.
mean, when he played in RPS, that was almost 7, 8 years back. So at that point of time, he could score in the middle also. But right now, I think he's more of he can come in the power play and score. If you are sending him at 3, 4, and particularly, I think if someone needs to utilize Ben Stokes, then teams like Mumbai, RCB, these guys can take him because their home ground suits him more.
Powell is an option. I was going to come at him. Powell was the other option with Hetmeyer in Rajasthan
Yeah,
Royals
so
last.
those two were switching each other, but both had the same problem. Both can't play spin. In fact, they can't even see spin properly. They will get out to any random guy. Both are very good against pace bowlers, so that's the issue.
But if you give me the option between Powell and Hetmeyer, I will be choosing Hetmeyer. Or that Powell can give me one over a couple of overs if needed. But then again, I'm going with Hetmeyer
Yeah,
because
I think Hetman was very good for RR in the first year or so. Also, he was good for Delhi when he was playing in the 2020 season.
he he
He
he,
used to
he
be their finisher with Marcus Stoinis.
Marcus Stoinis is there, but he hasn't been that good in IPL lately.
Yeah, I mean, Stoinis' only significant innings I remember is that against CSK, and I think 3 years back he played a couple of good innings for Delhi in 2023, 4 years back.
Yeah, yeah. He won a game against Punjab in the West season opener in
Yeah,
2021.
that one which went to the super over. Then again, I think he gave them a good start in that qualifier too against SRH when he was sent to open the innings.
So sometimes he can bat, but then yeah. But so the that being said, if there are 10 teams in the IPL, there aren't 10 options available in the auction.
Yes.
That is the conclusion we can draw. No, no. See,
Yeah, he's come up with another name, but again, I mean, he's someone who has the reputation of Aaron Finch in the IPL. I mean, he's
see.
done great for his country, but
To take Nisam's back, I will just add that he quoted it that if someone tweeted him asking that you play so well for New Zealand, why don't you do that in IPL? And he said that if I was given a couple of chances in an entire year, I wouldn't have done well for New Zealand as well. So maybe that is the case with James Nisam is that a couple of times he fails and you switch him. He doesn't get 14 game season with a franchise, and that is probably the reason. But then again, yeah, he is an option, but not particularly someone whom you trust to score those very quick runs. But yeah, he's a pretty decent option if you don't have anyone available in the market, or you couldn't buy anyone, so you could go for him.
yeah,
Uh,
I mean, this is sort of an off-track name, VN Mulder. I mean, he's done well in the SA20, but hasn't played in the IPL. I think there are some sorts of these sorts of off-track names. Also, I mean, in this context, I would like to mention that we are planning to make a series of 2, 3 videos like we have done for the retentions. There's some probable targets, maybe 2, 3 probable targets for each team. We would like to make something like that. We will just have to discuss among ourselves and chalk it out. So yeah, Bian Mulder. I mean, Ben Duckett is another such name which may not be that much of a hype in the market, but I think he can do the job same as a much hyped player. Yeah, is Ashish on mute or
no, 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 no. I was looking at something. Yeah, yeah, certainly. I agree to what you are saying. I
yeah?
agree to.
So that's a name. And I mean, RR's redemptions, to be honest, surprised me. Also, I mean, now they have utilized all their six, so they don't have any more RTMs left. And yes, I think Sandeep was a good because Sandeep had done well, and they have utilized that uncapped rule which was brought for MS Dhoni. They've utilized it the same way. So
Again,
there was a
see, here Samir has mentioned a couple of names. I will firstly start by talking about the biasness. So the current reputation that the Sri Lankan team has, it is not, even if they are good, they will be overlooked by the franchises just because of the impression that they contain, that the current impression of the Sri Lankan team is. Unfortunately, that is the case, but this is the truth. Just to give you an example, the in the women's team there is this lady Attapattu. I'm forgetting her first name, but
yeah,
she
Chamadi Attabattu.
yeah,
Chamadi Attabattu.
she's pretty good, but none of the franchises were interested in her. Why? Maybe the only reason I can derive is she's from Sri Lanka, and they are, and franchises try to go for the Sena countries, and that kind of impression will
Yeah,
fall
I think
down on.
finally she was picked up as an injury replacement in Healy's team, UP Warriors.
Yeah. So so that is going to be the case
I mean,
with
yeah,
them.
mostly the limelight stays on England and Australia. These two countries
Yes,
players mostly take the big bucks.
England, Australia, South Africa, and that's it mostly.
Yeah,
So only someone who is very desperate, and some a team which likes to go with low uh, brand value players like GT. Okay, sometimes. Yeah,
at the moment, I mean, how many Sri Lankan players are there in the IPL? I mean, Pathirana has been retained. Thikshana will come to the market, and that guy, same to same like Pathirana, he was in Mumbai. Nuwan Tushara. So why CSK picked Pathirana? Yeah, I mean, there have been exceptions. I think Pathirana's the thing which worked for Pathirana was his unique action and that
the,
thing. I
the,
mean,
see, he brought that factor, right, that the next Malinga factor, the
yeah,
English. It's a, as Jose Mourinho said, Hasaranga,
yeah,
when Hasaranga, yeah,
he's
when
another guy,
Hasaranga,
but I think Hasaranga's stocks has also fallen off quite a bit. Mm.
there
And
has been
he's
a
not
few.
he doesn't have
That,
the
that,
same hype he was having a couple of years back when he was snapped up for some 10 crores or something by RCB.
yeah, that auction where the auctioneer even had a stroke or something in
Yeah,
the face.
yeah, it was at that point of time. I mean, yeah, on a serious note, that was
Anyways, yeah, the options that you are giving is pretty valid, but understand my point that I was trying to make. That these players carry the hype around themselves when they were picked. Like even today, Pathirana carries that hype, that 140 plus Yorkers that he can give, just like Malinga. So just like if you remember that baby AB, Devil the Bravis, when he came, there was so much hype around him because of an investment for the future. With that perspective, Hasaranga once was really lethal. See, why Hasaranga went really viral, I will tell you. Who he used to be a leg spinner in T20 and who could bat. Now, who is that other player with the same skill set? Rashid Khan. And
yeah, whom everyone wants. I mean, he can if he
okay,
go for the auction, he
so
will
so
get 30 crores.
so so, so the thing was, you can't get Rashid Khan. Find someone who can do the Rashid Khan's job. Hasaranga wasn't able to. So that is what actually pushed Hasaranga to.
Yeah, so that's the thing. For if you want to come up from these countries like Sri Lanka and all these things, you need to have that some sort of uniqueness. Only then you can get some bucks, and then also you will mostly get picked up at base price or something. I mean, like Mumbai got that Nuwan Tushara guy.
Told
CSK
me
got
this.
Thikshana also for the last 2 3 years.
In my opinion, one of the most talented batsmen from Sri Lanka has been Kusal Mendes in the last few years because he has been consistent. I know the Kamindu Mendes has done really well, but then he has but then Kusal Mendes has been in the scene from so long. But then still, I guess he was with Delhi. He used to be in Pretoria Capitals. He did really well there, and then he was in KKR if I'm not wrong. In IPL, he was either between KKR or DC. But then franchises don't show much interest in him, and he's released the next season. So that is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Anyways,
so another two names. I mean, Matt Short has been there with Punjab. I mean, he's another of those, I think, Richard Levy type guys. I mean, he's very good against pace, but he has his issues against spin. And but I mean, it's not like just issues. There's a difference between having issues and looking clueless against spin. So Matt Short mostly falls in the second category.
exactly, Livingstone again. I've been a Delhi Capitals fan. I have watched all their games. You go and watch the highlights. He basically, you'll see Liam Livingstone laughing at himself because he cannot pick Akshar and Kuldeep, and that's how bad he becomes. And again, Matthew Short, certainly, I feel some of the franchises should be interested in him, but then again, I don't see him going for big bucks, and only those who will be interested in him who weren't able to get the other guys for that role. so or as a backup option for someone you already have. So I see him filling those roles, but I don't see him being the first choice for any franchise.
Yeah, I mean Ryan Rickleton also. I mean he's a new commodity. I'm not aware how he's gonna work out in the IPL or something.
Ryan Rickelton,
Also, we
right?
have seen, I mean, players from other leagues, mostly BBLs. I mean, there have been number of BBL players who have come to the IPL and have fallen into the sea. Be it Darcy Short or, I mean, some other
Ben,
names also. I don't
Ben
exactly remember the names.
Dwarcius, Ben Dwarcius
Ben Dwarshuis played IPL.
for Delhi Capitals. That guy, Daniel Sams.
Yeah, Daniel Sams was there. I mean, he's tried in some two or three franchises, I guess. He's tried in LSG, DC, RCB.
So
Daniel
see,
Sams.
honestly speaking, uh, I just forgot my point. Yeah, the point I am trying to make is IPL is a different league game, and coming to India, the Indian players still fare well. The Indian junior players, because they are accustomed to playing in these conditions, in this heat, in these tracks. This is their home ground. But when a foreign player comes to India, and they are taking up that expensive slots, and if you are not someone who can or has made a mark at the international level, then you are probably likely to fail in the IPL, because it's not going to be easy to adjust to the pressure, to the hype, to the crowd, to the summer heat of India. That's, I feel, is the most important part, because a lot of times people forget, but if you just go and stand in the stadium, you will be sweating like anything in most of India's venues, until and unless you are playing in Dharamsala.
Dharamsala.
Uh, those in those conditions, to get your A game out, it's for someone who hasn't
Yeah,
who
another
isn't.
couple of names I remember from BBL who, I mean, just fell into the scene IPL. The duo which Punjab got, Jhai and that guy Riley
Police,
Meredith.
police. Uh, whom you
Yes,
said?
Jhai and Riley Meredith. Riley Meredith.
Riley Meredith. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So Shamir is saying foreigners IPL playing 11. So you're asking for all-time foreigners IPL playing 11. I mean, that's a bit fun to make. And also a bit difficult to make. I don't think we will. I think we will have to leave out some big names because
But still,
uh,
let's
I mean,
go off
one,
topic. Just don't hold us any grudges against us, because we are just making it off the top. So obviously, the first
yeah,
name I
if
see,
you ask all time, I mean, openers, see the
Gale
names we
and
will come up
Warner
with:
opening.
Chris Gill,
Gale and Warner opening.
David, Chris Gill, David Warner, but you have also got Shane Watson, you have got
Yeah, yeah,
Sunil
I
Narine.
can make him bat at 3 and AB at 4.
So you are taking Gale and Warner opening. Whom at three?
Watson.
Yeah, Watson at three, AB at four. So your five will be Russell or who Pollard.
Will be Russell, I guess. I'm making
So
AB
your
keep.
okay. So your five is
My 6 is Russell. I'm not making Russell bat at 5.
yeah. So who is your number five at this point of time?
Yeah, I have to think.
Yeah, so he's saying one. Okay, he's keeping Butler also. I mean, you can keep Butler, but
No, no, no. I will probably
yeah, the
not.
thing is, I mean, yeah, Butler has some good stats. I think he's got some five or six hundreds in IPL. Also, I mean, one record-breaking season, 860 odd runs. Um,
Yeah, maybe I'm too
yeah,
big in nostalgia, or the kind of impact. I'm probably looking at the kind of impact foreign players made to make IPL the kind of brand it is today. So with that logic, I will have to pick McCullum as well, but I'm leaving him. But then yeah. Anyways, uh, I don't wanna make Gale at 3.
yeah. So let's keep that number five open as of now. Six Russell. I think then we can keep Pollard at number five.
Yeah, Pollard and Russell. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How can we forget
Yeah,
Pollard?
Pollard and Russell. So whom at
Russell and
seven? Rashid Khan.
Rashid Khan at 7. Yeah, perfect.
And then you can keep Sunil Narine. I mean, three IPL winning titles. Seven Sunil Narine. Eight maybe Dwayne Bravo. Nine
Bravo. Yeah.
Lasith Malinga. And 10 is sorry, 10 not 10, 11. So we have got 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 is Who else?
We
I
need
mean,
some leg
any
spinner. We
suggestion?
haven't picked up any leg spinner. Any leg
Okay, so
spinner?
we no, we have kept Rashid, right?
Oh, Rashid. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So maybe an off spinner, an offie or something. No, we
Yeah.
have not.
So
So we need a pacer.
yeah, so that pacer, I mean, any other foreign pacer, deadly foreign pacer, Bravo, Malinga, who else? We have also not. Yeah, we have got Russell who can bowl. Russell and Pollard can bowl
Russell and
from the
Pollard
top.
can bowl. We have got someone is saying
They,
Bolt.
yeah, I think two of those are saying bold, but bold. I mean, again, can he be kept in the all-time 11?
Nah, nah, nah. I don't wanna. I
I
Hey,
mean, we can
no,
maybe
no,
we
no.
can extend our
Wait, wait,
batting
wait,
also
wait.
because we have got Shane Watson also in the top who
Yeah,
can bowl. So we have already
let's. I wanna keep either of Albi Morkel or Chris Morris.
Albi Morkela.
Chris Morris.
Okay, Chris Morris. So Chris Morris, I'm not sure. He had his seasons with CSK, Delhi. Any breakthrough seasons? Not. I
Nah,
think Albi
then
has that more impact. Mm,
then probably Albi Morkel or Morne Morkel. Someone, either one of these two.
yeah, or else we can maybe get another batter or spinner because we have already got Shane Russell and Pollard who can
Pollard.
bowl at least 8 overs among them. And I mean Watson used to bowl 4 overs in his prime, and then we have got Bravo and Malinga. So any apart from this, any other name? I don't
Yeah,
exactly
maybe
remember.
go for a batter.
Yeah, so I was just checking out Wisden and the other name they have kept apart from us is Fab du Plessis. They have put him in the batting order somewhere.
Nah, I don't think as IPL all time. I
Yeah, I
can
mean if
probably
Fab can,
wait,
I
wait,
mean then
wait.
we can keep Butler also. To be honest.
I can pick either of Mike Hussey
Yeah, Mike
from
Hussey
the
also. I mean he's
for
had some good time.
for CSK in the early days. If you
Yeah,
remember,
I
I
mean
will
he's had he had one Orange Cup season also, as far as I remember,
probably
in
Mike Hussey.
2020.
I will probably throw Mike Hussey in the mix.
Yeah, so I mean then Mike Hussey and
Mike Hussey will
Warner maybe.
Pollard will bat at 6, Russell at 7, Rashid at 8, then Bravo at 9, deadly batting, and then
Sunil Narine also at Sunil
yeah,
Narine is there.
the Narin will bat at 10, and
Yeah, so
then
only Malinga can't bat in the team.
Malinga has an
Still,
ODI, so
yeah.
so be careful when you say you can't bat. But then yeah, the only batter who won't be trusting is Malinga.
No,
Dale Steyn,
Dale Steyn, I don't think he's had that much of
I
an impact
don't
at the
think he has
IPL.
that big of an impact per se. Uh,
Also, I think sometimes it plays a part in the team you're playing. I think Dale Steyn also hasn't been part of any massive franchise. I think he was part of RCB, if I'm not wrong, RCB, and then I think he came to Deccan.
for Deccan Chargers, then he went to RCB if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think his best time was at Deccan in those 2011, 2012, those times. Then he was there in SRH for a couple of years, I think, before he moved to Gujarat. And then again, he had one brief stint, couple of games at RCB, and then it was over. Yeah, so I think that's mostly gonna be, yeah, that was fun. I mean, a good
Yeah.
thing, Shamir. So, yeah.
Okay, now let's we have deviated a lot from the topic. Let's come to what we actually wanted this call to be for, and
Yeah,
that
so I
was
mean, we had our word on RR. So I mean, RR, they have mostly got their batting sorted. I think they just need to fill their Butler spot. I mean, even they can push Samson to open or maybe Julian to open. So mostly they need a batter who can bat in the top 4 or 5. And apart from them,
they basically
they've
have
got.
their top six batting sorted if they can get a, but they have to keep look for an opener to open with Yashasvi, or
I think
they can
even if he is not an opener, it will work because they can push maybe Sanju to open or
to
maybe
open and then make the other guy. Yeah, they need another batter, and their top six is sorted, and they have
yes.
to worry about.
Yeah, so the bowling is now, I mean, you have invested on Sandeep, but you don't know how Sandeep will turn up. So mostly your bowling is empty. They have to think this way, and you need to fill in all the spots.
In Indians in IPL, you need at least one or two Indian pacers, and you need and top quality Indian pacers from the who are currently with the Indian side. Uh, if I take them apart from Bumrah, the other ones that I have, Arshdeep, Siraj, these are the guys probably who are with the Indian white ball T20 team.
Shami.
Some Shami is not
Shami
currently.
mostly not doesn't play white ball a lot for India. And I
The,
mean, there's Bhuvi also.
the stuff, the movie is also not being part of his part, or he has been the ones who are currently in the prospects. What skill set and impact those guys can bring apart from Bumrah? The difference between what Sandeep can bring, what is the difference between these two? You are getting my point.
Yes. So I mean, yeah,
I don't
definitely.
think
I think
the impact difference is going to be huge. What Sandeep is bringing to the table and what someone like Arshdeep or Siraj can bring to the table right now.
yeah,
So,
but I mean, the way RR retained the other players, they knew that it's not gonna be easy to get a great Indian pacer because that will need a hefty amount. So they kept at least one Indian pacer. They know that even if we don't get any good Indian pacers, we have at least Sandeep who can make do, and then we will try to fill in the other spots with something or the other.
so that's it, and it will be interesting to see. And even if you look
Yeah,
at
also
Indian,
they invested. Also, if you remember, they invested some 10 crores on Prasid in 2022. Then he was injured for the next 2 seasons,
yeah, yeah,
and
just
you don't know how he's gonna turn up this season. So
yeah,
I mean,
and looking at
yeah,
leg spinning options that are available in the market, uh, the ones who are actually with the Indian leg spinners, we had Kuldeep and Bisnoy who are already written. The top two whom were
Yuzvendra Chahal is there.
white ball. Huh? Okay, so Yuzi is there. Rahul Chahar is there, but Rahul Chahar, the way he was smacked in this emerging league, I am really afraid of it. Like he just went bang bang.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think I mean Rahul Chahar's career graph has just come this way. I mean, at one point of time, he
and
was thought as the next
just
Indian
went down,
leggy, and
but then he just went down. Anyways, so Indian leg spinners, quality leg spinners are also not very available in the market. So probably RR to get back UZ, they will have to break the bank. They could have just retained him.
yeah, I mean,
I don't.
RR in fact had a history of playing with only part-time spinners before 2022. They used to bowl Tewatia, Parag, I think, all these guys.
Yeah, but just they could have just done that. I don't know what is going to happen, but then by getting a good leg spinner is not going to be easy anyways. So so this is what it is, and so yeah, moving with yeah, we talked about Rahul Chahar, right? That his career graph has gone down, and the way he was smacked in the Emerging Cup, Asia Emerging Cup. Now, then he comes to
Yeah,
the
even last IPL, I think apart from that game in Chepauk where he was good against CSK, I think mostly he's had tough times in the IPL also.
yeah. So after RR, let's move to the state which is just closer to RR, to Rajasthan, which is Gujarat. They are neighbors, and talking about
Yeah, I
Gujarat's
think GT, if you ask me, I would say they mostly done a decent job because Shubman was anyways gonna be their captain and all those things. Rashid, I mean, nobody is SRH that you will leave someone like Rashid. So you give him fast attention, whatever he wants, you give him. Rashid is Rashid. And then I think they were clever that they did two uncapped mentions. I know Shah Rukh Khan hasn't played to his potential, but I mean, he has a very good name in the domestic ranks. And I think last auction he went for some 9 crores or something when he went to Punjab in that mega auction. I think
yeah,
CSK was also very interested in him. MI also bid for him, or I don't exactly remember the names. CSK I remember because I was following CSK, so CSK also was going for Shah Rukh Khan, and I think they used an uncapped rule, 4 crore. And Tewati, anyways, has been a very good finisher in the IPL, so it was a no-brainer that if you are getting him at 4 crore, it's a steal.
yeah, and Tevatia accepting that 4 crore offer is also probably very smart of him. I don't know, because maybe he saw that his graph hasn't been that very impactful. Although I feel he has done pretty good job, but then him accepting. If you remember our video on retentions, we made a pretty similar list to this. We only said that we didn't mention Shahrukh Khan because we were not expecting him to be retained because he has gone for big money whenever he has come to the auction and never performed. So we weren't really sure about it. But then we had mentioned David Miller and he is not in the list, which is a surprise.
Yeah, and I think their other retention was Sai.
Yeah, Sai. No, we had mentioned Sai. We had just mentioned that we don't think Rahul Tevatia will accept the 4 CR offer. So Sai will be accepting it. But to our surprise, Sai has been given 8.5 CR and not just 4 CR. And Rahul Tevatia has accepted the 4 CR offer. So,
No, Sai anyways wasn't uncapped. I mean, Sai is capped. I think. Yeah, he's played
oh
for
yeah,
India a
yeah.
couple of games.
So probably we didn't fact check that moment, maybe. But then, yeah. No, what maybe yeah. So that is what I recall. So this looks a pretty decent list. Just one thing, they don't have David Warner in the mix, and the other franchises are going to be very happy with it because they have one good option available in the market, and he's probably gonna get big money anyway. So yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, GT has had a tough time last year. I mean, they were very good, but once Hardik left them, the balance always was on the hinges. And I mean, the need to. I think they've done their redemptions decently. It's now all up to how he's.
we oh yeah, he played versus Zimbabwe. Yeah,
No, he played
what
in South Africa also. He played those three ODIs. Yes, last
but
year.
going, going against the ideology of uh, RR, they haven't written Mohit Sharma.
Yeah.
They could
Yeah,
have,
so
but they
now let's go to the team which Shamir is saying. I mean, the defending champions. I think they've done a great job, to be honest. KKR. I mean, a lot of news was coming up that Russell is gonna leave, blah blah blah. But I think at the end of the day, they have done a good job. The only concern that KKR might have at this point of time is who is gonna be their leader.
yeah, and that is where the things get interesting. And I actually don't see a leader right now. But then again, they have to do a captain swapping, and maybe I'm just speculating. They might be interested. I don't have any insider information or anything. I'm just talking about the general fan knowledge that they might be interested in someone like KL Rahul or Rishabh Pant. That is my hunch is saying because if you are not, if you have let go a year, then whom you are getting back, and then who are the captain materials available, Indian captain materials available in the market,
Yeah, I
and I
think
see,
in the market, big names at this point of time is Pant, Rahul.
yeah, whom,
Unless you
whom
want to make some overseas guy captain, if you wish to make Nadine the captain, who is your captain in other franchises?
see Samir, I'm not a very big fan of making Markram the captain in IPL. I am nothing against Markram as a captain. He's a great captain. He has he was the captain right in this World Cup, T20 World
Yeah,
Cup.
yeah, yeah. But
Took
the thing with Markham at this point of time is, I mean,
he
he's
won.
struggling badly with his form.
Yeah, but Markram, the batter is my concern. He's a great batter as well, but then he needs, but then having him in all the playing 11, in the playing 11 for all the matches is something that might get tricky. And just for that reason, I don't want Markram to be the captain because if you remember SRH, he was the captain. SRH didn't do much change to their team, but just not making him the captain and making Patrick Cummins the captain, that gave more flexibility with them switching up the team, the batting order, and that just transformed the team altogether.
Yeah, so
Again,
he's come up with another name, the English skipper, Butler.
so yeah, so Butler is probably a great guy. If he comes, he will sort the wicket keeping issue.
Also, I was hearing that, I mean, Butler is struggling with his injuries. He may not be available the entire IPL or something of that. So, not exactly sure. Just
If you
read
go with
somewhere
the
in
format,
Twitter.
KKR can get Faf and make him the captain. So they can get David Warner and make him the captain, uh,
Yeah,
and make him okay. So foreign options are still there. Okay, you can just pick anyone
yeah,
on the market and make him. But then teams generally want an Indian guy to lead the side, and with that perspective, we are talking. So
yeah. And I think it's the Indian guys who have done well. I mean, last year also it was mostly an Indian setup for the entire setup of KKR. If you watch, they had Chandu Pandit, they had Gambhir, they had Abhishek Nair. So it was mostly the Indian setup which did well. I mean, yeah, that's the only concern that KKR will have now because their captain is gone. Their most of their management is gone. Gambhir gone, Abhishek Nair gone. I think Ryan Dashkade was also there. He's also gone. So
See,
mostly
see,
that management has been revamped.
that should they should leave India. They should come back to KKR. That is what working for them, and maybe get a new coaching staff for India because whatever they are doing is not working, not clicking. Anyways, that's a debate for another day. But then that is my opinion. Anyways, so that is what KKR has done, and KKR has done a pretty good job,
Yeah,
and
I think KKR
they
has
have
done. I mean, six proper players in
six
from the
proper
playing
playing 11
11.
players. They have six proper playing
And
11
out of
players.
this, you have got two uncapped players, so you have saved your
Yeah.
purse also.
Yeah, so six proper playing 11 is there, and now you have to find your five, and maybe KKR will be interested in their ex players like Nitish Rana.
Yeah,
uh,
I mean, you can see. I mean, if I say Venkatesh Iyer, Nitish Rana, and the other guy Vaibhav Baroda. I mean, even if you get these three guys, I think in around 20 to 23, I think that's pretty rational. They can get these three for 20 to 23. You are left with still around 30 odd crores, out of which you have to get your backup and the three replacements of Shreyas, Salt, and that guy Stark.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
so
will be a little
I
difficult,
mean,
but then let's see.
Stark and Salt is not a big concern. You will get many overseas wicketkeeper better options. There's Salt, there's Finn Allen, there's
They
Ben
can try to
Duckett.
get Salt back. Okay, they can get Kusal Mendes. They can they can get much play.
Yeah,
I
overseas
just
batter
don't
there's enough, and
I
overseas pacers also there's enough.
I just don't want them to change their lineup they have. Like I don't want them to go find a new structure of the team. If they start doing that, then it will be difficult. If they stick with okay, this is what worked for us, and if they just try to pick
Yeah,
replacement
so
for
that's
them,
what I said. I mean, they can get the structure same, but again, it all depends on the auction dynamics. I mean, maybe in the mark you said you go behind someone, some big name with huge bucks to make him the captain, some KL Rahul or Pant or maybe whatever, and then you end up losing out on one of your ex players, be it Venkatesh or Nitish
if
or. I think
if
even that kid, he can be. I mean, they can keep him in Shreyas' place if they want to make someone else the captain. Angrish,
Raghuvanshi,
yeah.
yeah. So they have option. Let's see what happens, but it will be interesting, honestly. But then if they get punt, for example, they have to make punt open or batter top three because in the lower order they already have Russell and Rinku. So
So if they don't take Venkatesh, they can make one bat at 3 or 4 where Venkatesh or Shreyas was batting.
yeah, and if KL comes, he will open. So yeah, and something in me says that KL might do pretty decently well as a batter, even as a batter for KKR, because Eden has flat pitches and
See,
all,
I
and
think if you ask me T20 skills wise, I will anyways any day prefer KL over Pant. I mean, he has better T20 skills than Pant, but the problem with KL, the batter, is always his mentality. It's not that he can't play pace, it's not that he can't play spin, but it's that he's afraid to play shots.
anyways, we talked about KKR now.
Yeah, so we had
Let's
KKR, GT, RR. So
yeah, I have
let's cover up
list.
another Western team, Mumbai Indians, a team which has had a lot of talk
I'm
last
moving
year.
from the East Ghats to the Western Ghats. Yeah. Anyway, so let's talk about Mumbai Indians now. Mumbai Indians has spent a lot of money. They are left with very little money. They have bought five players
And also,
again.
they are one
Five
of those two teams who haven't retained any uncapped. They and SRH were the two teams.
and five players now. All these five players are match winners in their own way, and they are going to get placed straight away in their playing 11. Jasprit Bumrah 18 CR for the first, the highest retention. I am very happy. An Indian pacer being your biggest expenditure. I'm really happy. For the first time, probably I'm seeing an Indian pacer being given a bigger paycheck than their batting counterparts. And that is what speaks about the quality that Jasprit Bumrah brings to the table. The match winner he is, the asset that Jasprit Bumrah is. Certainly 18 crore for him is
Yeah, I
what he
think
deserves.
last cycle was a pretty tough one for Mumbai. I mean, from 2022 when they had a poor season, and I mean they struggled in the auctions mostly because they were desperate to buy Ishan Kishan, and that's where I think their auction sort of uh, got confused, and then they had to end up with players like Shreyas Gopal and Basil Thampi. I think mostly these guys were playing in that season. Then they somehow managed to rectify that in 2023, getting Cameron Green and all those things, and they had a decent season in 2023 when they ended up third. But then again, I mean 2024 that Hardik fiasco happened and everything went topsy turvy.
Yeah, so I feel Mumbai is a team that will find their way. They have always done that. They will again do that. Ups and downs always come in everyone's life, even for the big franchises. And the best thing about being a champion is you know how to get to the highs after a low. The lows don't hold you back for too long, and that is what is the mindset and the mentality that Mumbai Indians bring. And I guess they are definitely going to bounce back, and they are going to find some really good players, and they have done a pretty good job because they have a very good Indian core. They have five players, all of them are Indians, and that is the biggest thing. Like they have
Yeah,
the
and
only
four out
thing
of
that
those five are four out of those five are from India. I mean Rohit has retired, but anyways, they were in the T20 World Cup winning side.
yeah, no, I'm saying that in he's retired, but then he's not going to take up the foreigner slot, right? That is what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So that's what I mean. I think they have now enough. They have now full liberty to go behind the foreigners. Yeah, they don't have enough money, but I think they will get enough options. I mean, maybe
yeah,
you won't get that expensive player.
maybe for past few years they haven't tried and spent a lot of for their spin department, so maybe that's a change they can try to do.
Yeah, I mean,
uh,
when was the last time Mumbai bought some highly rated spinner? I don't remember. I mean, even if I go back to 2018, they bought Akila Dhananjaya. I mean, he was
yeah,
hyped
yeah, yeah.
after
They
that.
probably never go for if, but they had someone like Kunal Pandya who was a pretty good offie, but then maybe someone yeah, and they can just get Piyush Chawla again and just make him.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Shamir. Okay.
Samir, thank you for your time. We read your comment. You are saying that Rishabh in KKR, KL in RCB, and IR in DC. So let's see how it happens. We will definitely be talking more about what
Yeah, so
happens.
according to him, two of those guys are going back to their exes.
Yeah, and yeah, and we will talk about it in detail some other time. But then Rishabh in KKR and IR in DC is probably the most bullshit thing that is will ever happen. I will probably see because DC choosing Rishabh over a year made everything happen, made a year leave the DC, make KKR win the cup, and then a year going back to DC and Rishabh now coming to KKR. Oh, come on, guys! Like, what are you doing? But then, yeah, we will see that. Anyways, now after Mumbai, let's go to their biggest competition, Chennai CSK. Uh, your favorite
Yeah.
team, Saptarsi. So you wanna talk more about it?
Yeah, so if I speak, I mean, I think maybe they were a bit overpriced. I mean, on Jadeja, but again, I mean, you don't want to release him in the auction, then again take him. You want to keep the relation intact, and I think those things just played their part in keeping him because you just want to keep him in the franchise, the face of the franchise, and all those things. I'm not saying that he's a bad player, but I mean, maybe 18 crore was a bit too much. But I think then anyways, whoever you are keeping, even if you're keeping one player, you have to give him 18 crores. So uh, uh, as of now, I don't see a lot of players eligible for the 18 crore parts. I mean, maybe you can say a Klassen or a Bumrah or a Rashid Khan, max to max. Apart from that, I don't see a lot of players eligible for that spot. But anyways, I mean, Dhoni was, and everyone knew he would be retained as that unkept thing. Ruturaj, I mean, he's your skipper. You have to retain him. Dubey was a bit dicey. You could have released him in the auction, but then again, Indian spin hitter, left-hander. So again, that played a part. And who else did CSK retain? Pathirana, yeah. So Pathirana again, I mean, unique commodity. You had to keep him. So only that Dubey part, you can say they could have released him in the auction and tried their luck, but they didn't take that risk. And now they have got one RTM, so that's an interesting thing. They can use it on Rachin, they can use it on Conway, or another name which maybe not a lot of people are thinking, but I will say they can use it on Thikshana if they miss out on Rachin and Conway because Thikshana was good for them. and they might use on Thikshana. Do they have any other Indian options? I don't think so. To use it on.
Yeah, it's done. Yeah. So that's from CSK. Now,
Yeah, so
this team,
CSK need. I mean, see, I think CSK their prime tide in the auction should be some good bowlers. I mean, mostly they have been light on their bowling department. They have let go all those Indian pacers. They had Simarjit, Shardul, Mukesh, Deepak, and I mean, to be honest, no disrespect to Deepak Chair, but I don't again want to see CSK buying him for some 14 crore and paying his hospital bills throughout the year.
that's pretty true because that is the case with Deepak Chahar every time. He is definitely a very good player. I would have loved him to see more in the Indian jersey, but then again, his injuries.
Yeah, I think
Anyway,
he could have been an able successor to Bhuvneshwar Kumar, and also he was very good with the bat. We have seen him batting well in South Africa. I mean,
the
he can hit
problem
both
that
spinners and pacers.
India has of of a long batting tail. He could have him or Sadul Thakur could have just sorted it out. But Sadul, the bowler, is not a decent guy to be a top three bowler, and Deepak Chahar can be a good bowler to ball with the new ball and not a great death bowler, but you can definitely use him his 4 overs before the 15 over. But then again, uh, his injuries. And another
Yeah,
thing
I
is
mean,
that pitch is not helping you with the swing, then it might be a bad day for Deepak Chahar. So that is
yeah,
another thing.
I think one pacer which maybe CSK can go after is Bhuvneshwar Kumar because I think his slower balls and all those things might
And
work in Chepauk.
he also qualifies for that old
Yeah, but
old.
again, I mean, he is maybe just an expensive version of Deepak Chair.
Yeah,
And also, to be honest, you get that batting thing from Deepak Chair. You don't get that from Bhuvi.
you will get Bhuvneshwar Kumar for cheap price actually.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think Deepak Chair's stocks will also fall down a bit. Shardul also will get some team because, anyways, I mean, Indian pacer there's not a lot. Arshdeep, his
See,
stocks
if
are high at the moment.
Sadhu Thakur is a gold player, if you have three other bowlers apart from Sadhu Thakur, if he's your fourth bowling option, if you can make a side like that you have four bowling for pace bowling
Yeah,
option and
and
Sadhu
never
Thakur,
never give him the new ball which Delhi did for sometimes CSK also did in a couple of matches.
yeah, you if he's your fourth bowling option, then he's gold for you. He can, and if you can build a side where he's your fourth bowling option, batting at number eight. Just give me a minute. I have a call to take.
Yeah, no issues.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the story about Deepak Chahar. And let's cover the other two teams in the south region, southern region. And guys, please keep your comments coming. Like Ritik and Samir is gone, but anyone else,
Yeah,
if
guys, Ritik and whoever else. I mean, I'm seeing two, three guys watching. So please keep your comments. Keep shooting your comments. I think people are watching, but maybe a bit hesitant. Please, I mean, whatever you feel, any suggestions you have for any team, you feel any team did any mistake in retentions, or any player you feel any team are gonna go behind. Anything you feel, we can have a free discussion on that.
yeah, now covering the other two teams from the southern region, let's talk about the most popular team out there, RCB.
Yeah,
And they have retained Virat Kohli, and the news is that he is willing to take the captainship role again.
yeah.
And
So
they have
let's
in
keep a
20
thing. I'm not sure, but I think their retention was more or less on the lines and pretty apt because Virat, anyways, was gonna be their first retention. Then they have retained the second one, Rajat Palidar for 11. I mean, yeah, 11. I think that those 3 crores are adjusted for Virat. He took 21, and that 14 crores was made 11 for Rajat. And then their third one was an uncapped guy. Yes, I think he did well for them in the last season. He was good with the new ball and bowl the slower deliveries in the death. And I mean, 4 crores,
he has
you are
paid
getting one Indian pacer, it's okay.
and he has been paid probably around the same price he was picked up last year, 5 CR. He was probably picked up around five, and he has been
Yeah,
given
yeah,
5.
5 CR, I remember. So, I
So
mean, yeah, I
so
think
yeah,
they've done this one. Yeah, they have
Yeah,
let go Siraj, who was their long-term investment.
but then he had to be gone, because if he was to be retained, he would have been retained for some 11 CR, and then paying 11 for someone like Siraj is like too much big money. You can, if you want him,
Yeah,
you probably.
also, I mean, they had a couple of huge overseas names. Cameron Green, injury issues, they've let him go. Then their English all-rounder, Will Jacks, they've let him go.
They probably think that they can get someone like Will Jacks cheaper in the option, but I want DC and KKR to go behind Will Jacks, because he's a really good player. I've seen him. I'm personally big fan of Will Jacks. So
And
uh,
yeah, I mean, he plays for Pretoria Capitals, I think. Yeah, he and
yeah,
Salt opens for Pretoria Capitals.
so I'm a big fan of Will Jacks, and
And also,
he
he can
brings.
bowl a couple of overs. I mean, he's
That
more
is
of
what
that
I was going to say.
Moeen Ali
He
version.
brings the same skill set as Glenn Maxwell. He's
Yeah, Glenn Maxwell, Moeen Ali version.
Now, Moeen Ali is also, I won't say, because Moeen Ali is not that good with the bat. He's
Yeah,
flamboyant
I
with
mean,
the bat.
he's more of a Moeen Ali is more of a classical, but he will stabilize the innings and all this, not absolute dasher thing.
He can score you quick 50. He will give you a quick 50 runs. He can ball a couple of overs.
Yeah,
So
also, I
that,
mean, you said Maxwell, so I'm excited now which team he goes to. I mean, he was very happy at RCB. I mean, he's mentioned all those things that he was very leading a happy lifetime at RCB. But now, which team he's gonna go to, and will he be happy there? That's the big question.
and getting Maxwell is again a very risky deal for any team. So Maxwell is an interesting guy. Yeah, he has been his interesting guy his entire life. So Maxwell is again someone like Rishabh Pant. He has that kind of attitude. Anyways, moving forward to the last team from southern part of India, which we haven't covered yet, and that is the runners-up from last
Runners
season,
up last year.
SRH.
Yeah. So
And
the team
their
which has
reputation
two
was pretty
villains from the
straightforward.
19 November night.
Yeah, so SRH retention was pretty straightforward. We all knew what
Yeah, I
they
think it
were.
was pretty straightforward. They gave Klassen those extra 5 crores and deducted those from Nitish Reddy, and Cummins was their skipper. Head was, I think, also getting head at 14 crores was damn good thing because I mean he's one of the best white ball batters around in recent times. He can give you a couple of overs with the ball also, and I think it was a very good thing. And they got their other daredevil opener in Abhishek Sharma.
Yeah,
Yeah, so our IPL news reporter is here.
yeah. So Gaurav Sahai is saying that Shreyas Delhi mein ja raha hai, and that could be true. That could be true, but let's see what happens. Will I be happy to see Shreyas back at Delhi again? I don't know. Because as said, I don't know when a star player has gone back to their ex team, and that has ended in a good thing. Gautam Gambhir did it for DC. He couldn't do anything. David Warner came back to DC. Nothing. And probably this is true for Hardik Pandya. So far has been a very tragic story. Maybe in future that will change, but then it was a very tragic story. And so yeah, a player going back to their ex has never. That's never a good idea in your real life to your professional life.
Also,
And
you never know if Pant ends up at Punjab and Punjab becomes DC light, Pant, Ponting and Pant.
yeah, that see Punjab will do that.
And I remember your status that Pant should remember the last time he drove north from Delhi.
Yeah, he should remember that the last time he tried to go more north from Delhi, what happened. So one should definitely remember that. And and another thing is Pant going to CSK. If he Pant goes to CSK, then see CSK has a legacy. So that Dhoni has made over the years. If you
Yeah, I
go
mean, I'm just seeing news in almost every Twitter sources that Dhoni is adamant to get Pant, CSK management are behind
So,
Pant.
so if he goes to uh, Delhi to CSK, then he will just be carrying forward MSD's legacy. He will never be able to create his own legacy of his own. Even if he becomes the captain for CSK, even if he wins trophies for CSK, and I'm damn sure a franchise like CSK will definitely find ways to win trophies. It doesn't matter a lot who is their captain or not, on what happens. They will find some way to win trophies. And if he go, but him winning his first trophy for DC. his home city and a team that he led for the first time, that would have been him setting up his own legacy. Someone like Sain Afridi did it in PSL. He became the captain. He made a team who has never won the PSL win the league. That is something Punt wouldn't have able
Yeah, I
to do.
think somewhere it happened with Shreyas also. I mean, despite winning for KKR, he mostly lived under the shadow of Gambhir, I think.
Yeah. So that is the thing. Like Gautam Gambhir created a legacy with winning 2 times for KKR as a captain and then now as a mentor.
Yeah,
Rohit Sharma has
Hardik made a brand for himself, winning the title for Gujarat and then again
so
almost winning another title the next year.
yeah. So the only 2 seasons Hardik was the first captain. He created a legacy for himself. Rohit Dhoni created a legacy from scratch. Rohit has created a legacy for himself for Mumbai. Virat Kohli has never won the IPL, but still he has made some legacy, some dent in the mind, in people's heart. People supporting you for people in numbers supporting you for so many years, and you haven't won a trophy yet. That's some sort of impact that Virat has left. If Punt really Punt being the future star of the future of this generation of players, he could have uh, but then he won't be able to create a legacy out of his own. Now Gaurav is saying that पंत सीएसके में जाएगा नहीं तो मैं अपना नाम बदल दूंगा. Someone from India Cements told me that they have kept 25 shares for him. Mark my word and match it on auction day. Yeah, true. That can be true. I'm never questioning that thing because look from CSK's perspective, who has been their biggest star? Dhoni. In the Indian perspective, who is replacing Dhoni and why Punt gets that hate even for Punt's PR. If you just talk about along those lines, Punt gets the hate because he is trying to replace Dhoni. Now imagine Punt and Dhoni under the same IPL brand, and Punt loves Dhoni a lot. He's basically his idol. It's like Cristiano Ronaldo going to Real Madrid, something like that thing.
Yeah,
And
Mbappe, Madrid, I think Virat, Gill, these guys, I mean, just
so,
absolutely just
yeah,
that.
it's like you are just taking forward the legacy of your idol. So for Punt, for CSK, for everyone, it's a very happy setup. Everyone is going to be happy with this.
But also,
With
if
this,
Pant goes to CSK, will he be the captain? Because I think Ruturaj has, they made Ruturaj the captain now.
if Pant is in CSK, he will be chosen over Ruturaj because again, Ruturaj doesn't has the brand. He and
Yeah.
even the persona, the character to be your first choice. I'm sorry to say this, but this is the truth that Ruturaj is a great batter, a great cricketer, but but he's an underrated guy, and this is the truth of life. And
Yeah, that's how the business runs here. I mean, you need that face
and
value.
this is not just true for cricket. Even in your corporate, if you have a couple of
And
guys who are
CSK also, I think, are desperate to get that face value. They tried making Jadeja the captain, but that didn't work out.
see,
And
Gaurav is saying that even if Pant goes, Rituras will be the captain. So uh, that can be, but I'm more likely to talk in a long term perspective than a short term perspective. But if Pant goes to CSK, I see Pant being CSK's captain somewhere down the line. No,
yeah,
maybe not.
maybe they might keep him as an understudy for a couple of years and then
And
push
then,
him to the
but
captaincy.
definitely, I see him being the actual face of the franchise for the longer run than Rituras. That is what my
Yeah, so
hunch is.
CSK are also desperate, and I think that's one
And then
major reason why they
look,
are pushing Dhoni every season because they need that
look
face
from
value.
Punch- look from Punch's perspective. You are leaving someone's being a captain somewhere else to be to play just as a player when you have the potential of being the next Indian captain. So if you don't captain in the IPL, that won't look good in your resume. That is the thing, right? Now, if we look at the who is going to be the future India captain, I see Pant and Gill being the two options. Okay, Pant and Gill being the two options. Gill is a captain for his franchise, so Pant will definitely want to be a captain somewhere because that is otherwise your resume won't Pant's resume for being the India's captain won't look good, and Pant has the prospect of being India's future captain at least in some of the one format. So so that is something.
Yes, so at the moment, I mean, this is a massive news. Everyone coming up saying Pant is yellow, Pant is yellow.
And that is true, like Pant always wanted to, even see, that is the thing with franchises like CSK and MI, they have a legacy. RCB also, they have some legacy. People want to play for you. Even Kuldeep Yadav said in an interview that I want to play for CSK if given a chance. Pant said, if you remember the year when he won the Emerging Player of the Year, CSK won the title. He was basically taking selfies with the trophy and with his
Yeah,
Delhi
yeah.
and
In
everything.
18.
So that is the thing, bro. Like,
Yeah, I
Pant,
mean, there's something with these teams. You will never see people coming going out of these teams and saying, I mean, if they have played for some Punjab, Delhi, these teams, and then CSK, MI, KKR, RCB,
that is the
everyone
thing.
says we were more happy at this team.
CSK is like those Google and Microsoft jobs. Like, there are other companies that can pay more money, but then you want to work at these guys because of the brand value they have made over the years. So that is kind of the thing that these guys have. And franchises like GT are successful startups. So this is the kind of analogies that me and my friends generally throw around. But then, yeah, this is the kind of the brand value that CSK contains. People will get retained at a lesser price tag just to play for CSK. And
Yeah, I mean, Fab was getting 1.5 or something at CSK, and then he was getting some 6 7 crores at RCB, and he was literally crying because he had to leave CSK. I mean, I've not seen a single player who's gone out of CSK to some other team and said, I mean, poor things about CSK. Everyone has said they've enjoyed their time. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but everyone has said, be it
maybe the
Watson,
healthy environment they
be it
have
Faf,
created.
be it Uthappa.
Yes, Ritik is saying that CSK is Google, MI is Microsoft, RCB is Amazon. Yeah, maybe RCB throws great money as well, so maybe you can call RCB Amazon. Anyways, going we are deviate now. This auction is just not about immediate results for just 3 year cycle. We need someone who can be our face and serve us for the next 10 years. Yeah, absolutely. That is what I'm saying, and probably for that reason, Punt is a great thing for CSK. Uh, okay, enough of talking around
Yeah, so
that.
we were having discussion on SRH. So let's come back to that. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so
SRH, I think their 5 retentions are on point, and I think yeah. So they're again another team apart from Mumbai who didn't get any uncapped retentions. I mean, they didn't have enough uncapped. I think their best uncapped choice was Mayank Markande.
so we have covered all the 8 teams. We have just 2 teams left, uh, and we have to KKR is SpaceX. Yeah. Uh, now
Yeah, so
coming to
I mean, also I mean the viewership has peaked all of a sudden. It's gone to 6 7 now, uh, and I mean.
and this is a probably we should just join and leave with the live for 1 hour and join at the 1 hour mark. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
because when we are tired after speaking for more than 1 hour 15 minutes continuously, and that's when people are coming. So uh, have some mercy on us, guys. Anyways, we have just 2 teams left. Let's move to the north, port from the north. Let's go to UP, my current home city, home state. So yeah, talking about Lucknow, LSG. Okay, the big news, they left KL Rahul, and what happened in the last game, how Sanjeev Goenka, again, Goenka treats. I'll again, since we are talking about corporates in some way, let's okay, MI will buy Hazelwood. Yeah, MI is definitely going to look for fast bowlers, and Hazelwood is a good
Yeah, I
one.
think
So
MI might look to recreate the 2019 team as much as possible. Maybe Bold, Decock, these guys.
so yeah, that's true. Anyways, coming to the north, yeah. Uh, so if I be honest, the way Goenkas and GMR treat their teams, they definitely behave like Indian corporates, okay, like Indian businesses, because they treat their employees real bad. Like that is what.
Yeah, I mean that's not one thing which I hated yesterday when Goenka said that thing that we have retained players who are playing for the team and not for
Yeah,
their own goals or something like that. So I mean that was really cheap talk, to be honest, from an owner's point of view.
Yeah, yeah, because you don't
You have
talk like
you have not retained some players. You didn't have good results from them. That's absolutely fine. That's how business work. But you will never see an owner from MI, KKR, CSK coming out and speaking like this, speaking
this is
negative about any
both the
particular player.
players. You just wish them luck for their future. You can just say it in a polite way, in a mannered way, that we have to part ways because of the way we are looking a future of the franchise, and he doesn't fit in that. But then going such personal attacks is not is something that I personally don't support, and that is really bad. A low blow from Sanjay Goenka, and so. Uh, yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Ritik
saying
is saying hell in a cell.
for Faruqi. So,
Yeah,
uh,
he's saying Hazelwood, Bumrah, Fazalak, Faruqi. Yeah, so might be a good combo. I mean, Fazalak Faruqi might get some good bucks here because he's done well in the T20 World Cup. He was there with SRH, I guess, and then I don't remember SRH only. I think yeah, last year also he was in SRH only. So yeah, you never know Hazelwood, Bumrah. That's gonna be a good combination. I mean, anyways, when you have, I think Mumbai has that luxury because they're the best Indian pacer, and whoever they paired up with him, it becomes such a good attack.
yeah, so certainly what LSG has gone with first choice Nicholas Puran, 21 CR, definitely deserving
Yeah,
because
Nicholas
that
Puran, I mean, he's of Claasen's level. I'm absolutely fine with it. He can even captain the side
and
if required.
and both can keep. So put in 21 CR because they are giving you a keeper as well as a lower order hitting batting option. Definitely, definitely a deal.
Yeah, yeah.
The way
Ashish does it very well. I mean, he's done it very nicely today. Corporate analogies. So, I mean, yeah, but I was surprised. But LSG was their other retentions. They gave Mayank 11 crores. I mean, actually, it's 15 crores. They have given him the pay cut, but it will be considered 15 crores only while calculating. I think so. Mayank 11, Bishnoi 11. I think these were a bit overpriced, to be honest. And Mayank Yadav, I mean, he's played well. He played 3 games for you. He played 2, 3 games for India. He was good. But I mean, you're not also sure of how he's gonna turn up because I mean, these bowlers have their fitness
but
issues.
but then you have seen players like that guy. I forgot the KKR pacer who played the same World Cup with Prithvi Shaw and Suman Gill.
अच्छा शिवम मावी कमलेश नागरकोटी.
Him going for 8 and 9 CR. So you can definitely see someone like Mayank going for 11 CR. So
Yeah,
the
Prasid
market,
went for 10 crores last time.
yeah. So if I look at from that perspective,
Yeah, so Gaurav Shah is saying they should have let go both of them. Both are useless.
uh, see, Bishnoi, I wouldn't call Bishnoi useless because if not him, then who? Kuldeep is not
Yeah,
there.
but again, Bishnoi is your leg spinner, and you don't have enough leg spinners in the market apart from Chahal.
Kuldeep, the best while leg spinner India has is Bishnoi. If I'm not picking someone like Chawla and Amit Mishra from the past, then
Actually,
obviously,
Chawla, I remember. I mean, God of Sa, you will also remember. MI can retain him. MI can do RTM on him, uncapped. He fits into the Dhoni Sandeep category.
and and Mayank is very certainly see when you go for players who have bring the pace, you have to deal with the injury thing. That is how the game business game
And
works.
who else
And
with the return? Badoni, I think. Yeah, Ayush Badoni.
sorry, yeah, he for Ayush Badoni and Mohsin Khan. So they have someone like Mohsin Khan, who is an Indian bowler for them, who has done pretty well. He has a short run up, if I'm not wrong, right? The left armor with the short run up.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Uh,
he was good for them in that first season, but then again, he was another one who had a lot of injury concerns and missed a lot of matches.
and,
So
and, and
Badoni, I don't
again,
know. I mean, Badoni,
and I
he
don't know if
has
you
talent, but I haven't seen him in a lot of aggressive roles.
but then again, I've seen him saving LSG in some of the collapses, scoring his low 50s, scoring some quick runs. He has talent. Let's see how he fares. But then he's definitely someone whom you can nurture,
Yeah,
uh, nurture and look for future because he can also bowl. So if you nurture him well, then maybe someday he can give you the same returns as Abhishek Sharma is doing for SRH. So definitely a talent to do. And one more thing, guys, whoever is happy with getting Rishabh Pant, with Rishabh Pant comes in his best friend Lalit Yadav as well. So all the best for Lalit Yadav as well in your side.
When you have Chahal and one Indo in auction, why you will go for Bishnoi? Also, Mayank is a hospital product.
See, Chahal. I guess Rahul Chahal you are talking about. No, UZ Chahal. Sorry, UZ Chahal. Yes, UZ is there, but then are you going to get UZ? Yeah, but then
See, I mean, I was surprised actually in 2022 that UZ went for 6.5. Kuldeep also went for some 7, 8 crores, I guess.
lesser than that, two, three, something like that.
And at that point of time, Kuldeep was at his lowest point. Kuldeep's redemption happened after that.
But then, what I'm saying is, I personally don't feel that low for Bisnoi. I feel he's a very good talent, and he will play for India in the long run, and he will bring in good results. I have high hopes from Ravi Bisnoi. I have high hopes personally. I like him.
Yeah, so DSP is back. I mean, I remember him last day also coming. DSP, they not written me, so I didn't save Virat Bhai from coming at crease at the end of the. That's the comment of the day. I mean, that's the comment of the day. Let me give a love reader to this comment. I mean, that was just funny.
Uh, and bro, you just wasted a review for India as well.
And yeah, I mean, tomorrow is going to be an important day. We have to wake up and see what happens, how it turns up. I mean, it can tomorrow. It will be either make or break for India. Either they get all out quickly and
And I
face
guess India has never
humiliation.
lost a Test series at home. Ever. Whitewash, never whitewash the Test series at home.
Yeah, I think three-match Test series we have never. I think South Africa whitewashed once in two-match Test series. It was in 2000, if I'm not wrong. Hansi Kronia was the captain. Yes, that's what Ritik saying. I mean, we also discussed
That
that
is,
is Pant
that is the
carry
same
the
thing.
legacy. Yeah, so coming back to our discussion, Lucknow. I think Lucknow. I mean, maybe they have overpaid a couple of players, but let's see. I mean, how it turns out for
No,
them.
but
They have
basically
got Nicholas Puran.
but then they have what investment they have done in the past. They have stuck with it, and I feel that's also a good sign.
Yeah, sometimes that's a thing with franchises. I mean, you don't want someone to feed, grow up, and then give to other team.
Say, but and honestly, if I be honest, Indian speedsters hasn't been enough. Okay. In the past few years, we are seeing someone. We had someone like Umran Malik, who just disappeared, who had really bad records. Like I watched him play for SRH at Eden Gardens. He came in, he went bang bang. Nitish Rana just went bang bang, and that's the one over he did. And maybe somewhere I feel that the foreign cap he hasn't done very well under the foreign captains. If maybe he gets under some Indian captain, he might who might just turn him up. Probably if he goes to CSK under MSD or someone like Rohit Sharma, I just feel somewhere under Markram and Cummins that bonding and that belief that didn't work probably the best for Umran Malik. So I'm personally don't want Umran Malik to be written off right now. I feel he has some great skill set that can be really useful at the international level for India. So I really want the best to come out of both Umran Malik and Abdul Samad, to be very honest. But their stakes are down. But I want a redemption from both of them for because they are if they really show up to the international level, they are going to be really great assets for India. But then, apart from Umran Malik, the only now name with which the entire country of 150 uh, million people, 150 crore people, sorry, 150 crore people, 1.5 billion people. Sorry, I might say the wrong number. 1.5 million people is Mayank Yadav, and
Yeah,
probably that is a very big thing to just when you have scouted him, when you have trained him, you don't want to lose up on him. So with that reason, I want to give a thumbs up to LSG, and with
yeah. Gaurav Shah is just being so positive about MI. Yeah, that's good. So, I mean, yeah. So that's LSG, and so two more teams left in the from the northern part.
yes, just one team.
Uh,
kept two teams. Yeah, but DC, I forgot DC. Anyway, uh,
Yeah, you are just
DS,
forgetting DC more.
uh,
So
DSP.
yeah, so
Yeah, very.
let's start with DC. And I think Ashish will say a lot about that.
Yeah, so already we have talked a lot about punt, and see, I will be honest here. Okay, let's try to understand what might have gone inside punt's head. Firstly, again, I'm again going to give you a corporate analogy. Suppose you are working with someone, your manager, whom you don't respect as a as an employee. Like, will you be able to really work well with such manager? Let's be honest. Or you are studying under a professor and you don't respect the professor. Will you really give such brain in their class, like use your brain in the class? You'll probably bunk the classes. Let's be very honest. And probably that is something that might have just went inside one's head, listening and learning from Ponting, to learning from someone like and Ponting and Gamba and Ganguly, to learning from someone like Venugopal Rao, who, no disrespect, but hasn't had any dent as a cricketer at a higher level. And Hemang Badani has played some games for India, but that being said, he hasn't been one of the star players. So, so now him working under them, because IPL is not DPL or any other league. Here you have to manage players' ego, and that is something where probably which probably would have gone a lot wrong, and that might have been another reason uh, for Punt to move away from the franchise. And I don't know if I make a lot of sense, but this is what I also feel, apart from obviously the other reasons. So that is probably one of the things. So the first thing that they did wrong was to get low profile coaches, and probably in the entire league they have the lowest profile coaches. And then they have let go Rishabh Pant. They have retained the other place they have written is something that we had already predicted. We just predicted
Yeah,
two more.
Sudeep, Akshay, Stubbs, and I think another one that written was Abhishek Purlia. So
Yeah,
one name which we did predict but didn't come was JFM.
yeah, JFM. Yeah, no, we predicted Rishabh Pant. We didn't keep JFM.
Yeah, I mean Rishabh Pant, no one knew anyways at that point of time. It was a month back.
See, we had kept Rishabh Pant. We also said that JFM would have been right to match. If I'm wrong, if I'm not wrong, sorry. But then yeah, again, you don't want to lose JFM, and JFM plays for the Dubai League, and they have got the Dubai coaching staff. So yeah, I'm just hoping they will go behind JFM and try to bring him. And probably the only reason they haven't had him in the mix, because as the fourth retention he would have been gone for 18 CR, and maybe they are expecting, because he hasn't done that well for Australia, his stocks are down, and maybe he won't go for something as high as 18 CR, and I will be very surprised if he goes for 18 CR in the market. So yeah, probably that is the reason behind JFM. And let's see. Okay, so that is, apart from that, they have done a good job. Obviously Abhishek Purel. A few names that we had to miss out is our pick. We saw someone really invested a lot of years behind him, and I don't know where I see this Prithvi Shaw going. Maybe it's to CSK or to MI. I don't know, because I some where I feel that if he goes into some place where of to a really senior figure, that might be a redemption for him. But then he carries a
Yeah, I
lot of
think
injuries.
that's what he needs some proper guidance at this point of time. I think he's not in the okay. So I think our IPL news reporter has joined us for this last part.
He has
Hmm.
35% body fat, and probably for, as a sportsman, like as a sportsman, having 35% body fat is something like, how, like, you either don't respect yourself enough or you don't respect the game enough to be in a position like that. So that is something that really frustrates me. Like, dude, what are you doing?
So
Like,
yeah, he's come up with RCB's jersey, anyways. But we have already done our discussion on RCB.
okay,
So let's do our last team discussion with Goudog only, and
yeah,
that jersey also sort of coincides with his color. I mean, it's the team which is going with the maximum purse in the auction, 112 crore, Punjab Kings. Yeah, so Gaurav, you're on mute.
या सो पंजाब किंग्स पंजाब किंग्स में यहाँ पर तो देखने वाली बात है कि उनका पर्स कितना है. So, in my opinion, Punjab Kings have 110.5 crore purse, if I am not wrong.
Correct, correct.
112, yeah, they have written only two uncapped players, Sasank and Simran.
No, no, Sasank has been retained at 5.5, so they have not.
5.5, 5.5, correct.
Okay.
So they have 110.5. So whatever I have heard that Ricky Ponting wants Shreyas Iyer badly than Ricky Ponting wants Rishabh Pant, because Ricky Ponting दोनों को ही टारगेट करेंगे, वो श्रेयस अय्यर को भी टारगेट करेंगे, वो ऋषभ को भी टारगेट करेंगे.
Bro is going
लेकिन
to recreate the 2020 DC.
या
And
या
I
या
mean, maybe at the end, both end up in PVKs with Ponting.
no, both will not end up, both will not end up.
No, that
I
he
see.
can he can spend like
I,
50 crore on each,
no,
for
no,
both.
no. He will definitely buy one of Iyer or Pant, and he will go on to buy some big buys like Jack Fraser McGough, uh, Marcus Stoinis, Mitchell Stark, these kind of players, whoever he likes, in because the Australian players where he won the MLC with Steve Smith as a captain, if you remember, in the Washington Freedom team. So Ricky Ponting likes that kind of a setup, So
Okay.
yeah, DC captain Manish Sisodia. No, 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 no. डीसी का कैप्टन अय्यर अगर उनको नहीं मिला तो वो केएल के लिए
अरे
जाएंगे.
वो joke है भाई. He is a politician. He is just having fun. And DSP is saying that Prithvi Shaw is very talented player, but I have to give third degree to his body fat, so he will be fit.
Yeah, so I mean, Punjab has a lot to do. I mean, I don't know from where, how, and where. I mean, you just don't have any idea because they will be building that squad from scratch. And
The two players that have these are really impactful players. So Prav Simran and Sasank. So, but I'm
yeah,
surprised they
also
let.
Ashutosh. I mean, I thought maybe they will go for him, but they did Simran. Okay, Ashutosh also played very well for them last year.
But Prav Simran is a keeper, so you don't
Yeah,
have to worry
They
about
have
the back.
missed Harpreet Brar as well.
Barar is good, and over the years, if I be honest,
I think
Punjab
I think
is a
Harpreet
team.
Brar will be brought back.
Yeah. See, over the years, I have seen one thing that Punjab is a
see,
team
they can
who
buy back a few players. I'm no issues with that. They can buy back Livingstone. They can buy back Rabada.
see.
Rabada won't be brought back. Rabada I think would ये में जाएंगे, कोलकाता में जाएंगे. केकेआर.
Uh,
Rabada.
what what I'm saying is that Punjab is has been a team over the years who has invested in their local players. So uh, a lot of team you see they don't invest in their local players, but Punjab has done over the years. So they might again get Harpreet Barar back, and Harpreet Barar brings the same skill set like Akshar Patel
हरप्रीत
and
ब्रार जो है ना, हरप्रीत ब्रार, प्रभसिमरन सिंह, ये शशांक, आशुतोष, ये पंजाब किंग्स ने बनाया है इनको, है ना, ये जो कोर है, ये पंजाब किंग्स ने अब अपने हाथों से बनाया है, ग्रूम किया है, तो इनको तो वो लेंगे ही.
to some extent ये बात हम लोग अर्शदीप के लिए भी बोल सकते हैं.
अर्शदीप और जितेश, जितेश को अपमान
Yeah,
मत.
PBKs was the team which gave
जितेश
Arshdeep his identity, to be honest. I mean, he
जितेश को
rose
वो
from there
आईपीएल भी
and
कर
then.
सकते हैं, अगर उनके प्राइस में होगा, प्राइस में अगर वो आते हैं तो वो आरटीएम में ले
is a
लेंगे.
very good cricketer. Like he's actually a good cricketer.
अर्शदीप और जितेश को वो आरटीएम के थ्रू मुझे लगता है कि वो ट्राई करेंगे.
Yeah, man. I mean, you've come pretty late. I mean, we are on the last team's discussion actually.
Yeah, but then
तो
thank you for joining. And yeah,
मुझे
happy
जितना
Diwali.
लगता है
Yeah,
कि पंजाब को
Yeah, happy
अय्यर को
Diwali to
कप्तान
all. I mean,
बनाना
happy
चाहिए.
Diwali.
मुझे
सॉरी
जितना
पंजाब।
लगता है कि पंजाब को अय्यर को कप्तान बनाना चाहिए। ओपनिंग में आप जैक फ्रेजर मैकगर्क के लिए जाओ, मिचेल स्टार्क के लिए आप जाओ, अर्शदीप के लिए आप आरटीएम करो, जितेश को आप ले आओ, ठीक है। उसके बाद मिडिल ऑर्डर में अच्छे खासे कुछ प्लेयर्स ले आओ, लाइक मैगलेन मैक्सवेल हो गया, उसके बाद राहुल त्रिपाठी, ये सब जो मयंक अग्रवाल को अगर
Maxwell
घर
and
वापस हो
Punjab,
गया।
they don't have a very good relation.
बट रिकी पॉन्टिंग इज द कोच, न्यू मैनेजमेंट, न्यू
Yeah,
थॉट्स।
that's Steve Smith.
Steve Smith, I don't see coming into the playing 11, but he can be brought back as a backup. Definitely. I see Jack Fraser McGurk. Mark, please match it on the auction day. Jack Fraser McGurk sold to Punjab Kings. It's a very high possibility. Ricky Ponting will break the bank for him.
Okay.
Jack
So I think we have
Fraser
mostly
McGurk and
covered up. So
Simran
so
Singh.
let's have prediction for three or four big names from all three of us. If audience also feels, they can also write in the comments. So I'm just putting every name, and you guys will predict which team is gonna go. KL Rahul, Ashish.
RCB maybe.
Just one name you said. Okay, RCB. Got up.
RCB or KKR. RCB or KKR. If I can say two names, then
Okay,
RCB.
one or two.
Preferably one. If you say two, okay.
KL Rahul to RCB. This is what I feel.
Okay, so both are saying RCB. Ashish has kept KKR also as his alternative. Uh, Shreyas Iyer.
DC Punjab.
2 years ban is also saying RCB. Shreyas Iyer.
DC
Ashish.
Punjab.
Okay,
DC or
DC or
Punjab.
Punjab. Yeah.
Delhi or Punjab.
So या टकलू के पास जाएगा या तो वो
Ponting.
पॉन्डिंग लेके जाएगा.
This is basically
मतलब
that.
इधर वे या डीसी
ओनर
यूनियन.
ले जाएगा या कोच ले जाएगा, वो वाला चीज है.
हाँ. एनीवेज इस बार टकलू के पास शायद ज्यादा पैसा नहीं ऑक्शन में.
हाँ मतलब देखो ऑनेस्टली बताऊं तो
देखो
कोई
मैं सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट, मैं एक ऑब्जर्वेशन बता रहा हूँ। डीसी को डेस्परेशन है, पंजाब को डेस्परेशन नहीं है, डीसी को डेस्परेशन है, क्योंकि उन्होंने पंत को छोड़ दिया है। डीसी को डेस्परेशन है कि उनको अय्यर को लेना ही है, उनके पास कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है, ठीक है।
आया नहीं आया तो फिर केएल राहुल को लेना पड़ेगा.
केएल राहुल को लेना पड़ेगा, तो वही अय्यर और केएल में ही है। और
या
या तो
पंजाब
ओवरसीज
को
कीपर
है।
बनाना पड़ेगा.
अक्षर पटेल से कैप्टनशिप करवा देगा भाई, उसका कुछ ये नहीं है, वो कुछ भी करा देता. वो मिडिल ऑर्डर, वार्नर को मिडिल ऑर्डर बैटर बनाया हुआ है हिस्ट्री में. तो वो अक्षर मालूम चला कुलदीप यादव को कैप्टन बना दिया, बोला भाई तू कैप्टन. कुछ भरोसा नहीं है भाई उसका.
नहीं अक्सर को
ठीक है
बना देगा, अगर
ठीक है
कोई
ठीक है. द थर्ड नेम ऋषभ पंत. I mean, Gaurav is saying CSK. I'm not asking him. Ashish.
सीएसके और पंजाब आई फील.
CSK
KKR
for
might be
sure.
interested. KKR might be interested, but he, because of the money thing, he might go to CSK or Punjab.
Okay, so 2 years ban is saying PBKS. Pant to PBKS. And I mean, another name I will ask is Mohammad Shami.
If I be honest, no, just one point. If I be honest,
Yeah.
Ponting loves punt more than he loves Iyer. This is what my personal observation is. Ponting loves punt a lot.
Yeah. So Mohammad Shami, Gaurav.
Mohammad Shami,
He can go to
KKR.
any teams.
KKR.
Mohammad Shami, it's difficult to pick a name. I feel anyone looking for a baller. I can see him in Delhi again. I can see him in Punjab.
Mohammad Shami
Sorry.
Okay,
KKR.
so
Mohammad Shami
two
KKR.
years 2 years ban, one team in RCB. So Shami plus Virat plus dot is equals to
2 years
destruction.
ban, 2 years ban. Shami own भी आरटीएम. शमी और गुजरात का रिश्ता खत्म हो चुका है. गुजरात के रडार में है जो नूर अहमद है और डेविड मिलर है आरटीएम के थ्रू. इन दोनों में से अगर किसी के वो बजट में आता है तो उनको लेंगे वो.
Yeah. So I think any more big Indian names are missing, which we can have a poll on. I'm not going into the overseas part. There are a lot of overseas players, but Indian name, I think that's it, right?
They're all we discussed. Punt we discussed. Iyer also we discussed. So yeah, we are
KL
good.
Pant hai. Okay, so Chahal, I think he is another big name.
I
यूजी
guess
चहल वापस क्या यूजी चहल वापस जाएगा आरसीबी में. गौरव.
Yuzi Chahal, I see him in SRH.
Ashish,
Him getting RTM at RR.
आरटीएम नहीं है उनके पास,
ओ ओ 6 तो रिटेन कर
छह,
चुका है, अच्छा।
वो रिटेन कर
हाँ।
लिए हैं।
फिर तो भाई, फिर तो हाँ, फिर
मैं एक सोर्स बताना हूँ, मतलब एक सोर्स ने मुझे बताया है, वो हैदराबाद सनराइजर्स हैदराबाद से वो क्लोजली काम कर चुके हैं पहले
Actually,
भी।
Sunrisers needed a spinner last year. They didn't have any
सनराइजर्स
good spinner. They
हैदराबाद
had to
के
do with Mayank Markande.
एग्जैक्टली उन सोर्स ने बताया कि पैट कमिंस desperately wanted a spinner and that spinner is युजवेंद्र चहल। युजवेंद्र चहल से पैट कमिंस की बात पहले से हो चुकी है, वो रिटेंशन से पहले वो युजवेंद्र चहल को
Yeah,
चाहते
so
हैं।
2 years ban is giving another big name. He was a part of Gaudav's team, Ishan Kishan.
ओके, ईशान किशन, या
क्या
ईशान
ईशान
किशन
किशन को मुंबई आरटीएम करेंगे?
नहीं, आरटीएम नहीं है मुंबई के पास, कोई कैप प्लेयर
अच्छा,
नहीं है
ये
अनकेप्ट कर सकते, तो वो पीयूष चावला कर सकते हैं। एक्चुअली आई वाज सेइंग टू आशीष,
मुंबई के पास आरटीएम में तीन ऑप्शन है, वो नमनदीप कर सकते हैं, वो नेहल वडेरा के लिए जा सकते हैं, या फिर वो पीयूष चावला के लिए जा सकते हैं। तीन आरटीएम के
आकाश
ऑप्शन है।
मडवल,
आकाश मडवाल, आई डोंट सी हिम गोइंग आफ्टर मुंबई, गोइंग
ईशान
आफ्टर।
किशन एक्चुअली ही कैन गो टू आरसीबी. आई मीन ही हैज अ गुड रैपो विद विराट.
I see Ishan Kishan going to Gujarat Titans because shares a good bond with Shubman Gill, and playing under Ashish Nehra, Vikram Solanki's leadership, he might
Yeah,
work
so
with.
I think that's mostly the big names we have done with. So we will again have a discussion, I
या फिर
think.
या फिर दिल्ली कैपिटल्स ईशान किशन को वापस दिल्ली में लाके उसका लाइक फॉर लाइक रिप्लेसमेंट बना दे पंत का।
Great point, great point, great point. Another point which we have missed, that if Delhi can't get Iyer, they might try Ishan. It
because
could be
because
very much
ईशान किशन is
possible.
basically like to like replacement for
Like to
Rishabh.
like replacement.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I think also after a couple of hours, India New Zealand Test match will start. I mean, it will be either make or break for India. Either
I
they.
have another point. Sorry to interrupt. I'm countering the comment of 2 years ban. हैदराबाद जा नहीं सकता अगर आरसीबी ने ले लिया उनका पर्स एसआरआई से 44 करोड़ ज्यादा है, यूजी होम कमिंग, ऐसा नहीं होता। बिकॉज ऑक्शन डायनेमिक्स क्या होता है कि ऑक्शन डायनेमिक्स में स्पिनर्स का जो सेट आता है ना, वो
वो
सेट्स
बहुत
करके
लेट
आते
तक
हैं।
है।
स्पिनर्स का
बहुत
सेट बहुत लेट आएगा, लाइक वो शाम में आएगा अगर आपका
सेकेंड
ऑक्शन।
हो सकता है इस बार 2 दिन का
ऑक्शन,
ऑक्शन होगा ना।
हाँ,
नहीं,
ऑक्शन अगर
लास्ट बार भी
11
दो
बजे
दिन का ही
12
हुआ
बजे
था।
शुरू
मेगा
होगा,
ऑक्शन 2 दिन का ही होता है।
हाँ
ऑक्शन
भाई,
अगर
तो
12
वो
साढ़े
मैं
12 बजे शुरू होगा तो शाम को 6-7 बजे आपका वो स्पिनर्स का सेट आता है।
हाँ, वो
तो
मतलब लास्ट बार भी हुआ था। लोग शुरू में पैट कमिंस, श्रेयस अय्यर जो भी आए थे उस पे खर्च कर लिए थे। फिर यूजी चहल 6 करोड़ पे, कुलदीप तो और भी कम। ठीक है, कुलदीप उस टाइम खराब फॉर्म में थे, दैट वाज अ थिंग.
यहाँ पे तो वही वही स्पिनर्स का
पर
तो
यूजी चहल फॉर सिक्स
ये
एंड हाफ करोड़ फॉर द शॉक।
Even Mumbai also, they didn't have any spinners, but they didn't go behind him. They later on took some Shreyas Gopal, Mayank Markande.
Mayank Markande is also an underrated spinner. Many people don't talk about him, but he's a very good spinner.
या मैं एक बार तो उसके साथ ये हुआ था, वो राजस्थान से आया था दिल्ली में, दिल्ली से मुंबई चला गया था एक्सचेंज ऑफर में होते होते।
He,
तो
he did
तो
a he
बिना
did a
बिना
good job.
वी वेंट टू फ्रॉम राजस्थान टू मुंबई वाया दिल्ली। तो दैट वाज रियली बैड, लाइक
Yeah,
व्हाट
so I mean, a lot of combinations going on, and I think maybe 3 weeks. I think it will be on 23, 24 options. I'm not sure of exactly the date, but mostly around that date, and or maybe a week here or there. But yeah, I mean, it will be fun. A lot of big names there. Also in overseas, if we see, I mean, Josh Butler will be coming, Hazelwood's coming, Trent Bolt's coming, Mitch Stark is coming, Glenn Maxwell is coming, Jofra
So
Archer is coming.
Phil Salt and Venkatesh Iyer, where do these two big guys going?
आई सी
I
Any
think
केकेआर।
KKR will get back Venkatesh. Phil Salt, I'm not sure.
फिल
and what
शॉट
about
इज
Nitish Rana? Nitish Rana.
He's also a good player. So yeah, I mean, a lot of combinations going on at the moment.
I see
Let's see.
KKR being interested in them, but then I don't think they have the enough purse to get all of them. They can maybe get one of them, but not all of them.
Also, I'm eager to see where George the Boss moves. I mean, I Rate him very
Jaws
much,
the
and
Boss,
God of
my prediction.
and
I'm
and
predicting
God of knows how much I love Josh the Boss. I mean, I will be thrilled if he comes to CSK, but he won't. I know.
Jaws the Boss will be back in RR itself.
पूरा इंटरेस्ट खत्म कर दिया. No, he
Jaws the
may
Boss
even
in
go back
RR.
to his ex team, Mumbai Indians, where it all started for him in 2016.
Mumbai Indians, I don't see. Mumbai Indians will invest in youngsters for the next 5 to 6 years. And what does
Yeah,
Ben Stokes do? The Big Ben.
I don't know. I mean, he has a lot of problems. He may not turn up. He may not say. He may say, "I won't bowl."
LSG maybe. LSG.
Maybe there's players too. Also, I mean,
Bairstow is a 1 or 2 match wonder. I mean, he
then there's Quinton de Kock.
Quentin Decock. Quentin Decock,
Yeah,
I think will go very cheap, three to
but
four
then
crores.
there's Ben Duckett. He's underrated, but he will do a good job. I see.
Hmm.
Liam Livingstone is there.
बेन डैकेट आई
Jofra
थिंक
Archer is
मुंबई इंडियंस के लिए वो बहुत अच्छा ऑप्शन हो सकता
Jofra
है.
Archer is coming back. Will it be another chance of Jasprit plus Jofra? We never saw Jasprit plus Jofra because when Jofra was fit, Jasprit got injured. When Jasprit was fit, Jofra got injured.
जोफ्रा आई थिंक वो ये में जाएंगे, वो आरसीबी में जाएंगे, मुझे ऐसा लगता है.
Yeah, so there's a lot of names. I mean, I'm not able to recollect at this point of time. Even Evan Lewis is doing well. I don't know if anyone is gonna get him. Robman Powell is there. Mm, uh, some other names also. In New Zealand, Glenn Phillips is there. Glenn Phillips is a very good T20 cricketer. I mean, he can keep, he can bowl, he can bat.
मुंबई के लिए अच्छा ऑप्शन हो सकते हैं लोअर डाउन दी ऑर्डर.
भाई मुंबई के लिए सब लोग अच्छा ऑप्शन है, मुंबई के बाहर भी आओ.
नहीं, सीएसके के लिए मुझे लगता है कि वहां पे सीएसके केकेआर के लिए वहां पे
Also, maybe hearing that maybe it might be a homecoming for Anna.
अश्विन चेन्नई के लिए जा सकते हैं, लेकिन एक कैच है, क्योंकि सीएसके जो है ना वो पंत के लिए पर्स सेव करेगा, लाइक मुंबई ने किशन के लिए किया था. तो अश्विन पहले ही मार्की सेट में आ जाएंगे, तो अश्विन को वो नहीं ले पाएंगे. तो
नहीं तो
नहीं,
और
पंत पंत भी शायद बाकी सेट में आएंगे. ईशान नहीं आए थे,
नहीं नहीं
ईशान
नहीं,
बाद में आए थे.
पंत, वट एवर आई एम हियरिंग, पंत, जितेश, ईशान किशन विल कम इन द विकेट कीपर सेट 1. सो उसके पहले आपके जो मार्की सेट्स है वो हो जाएंगे.
Also, I
हाँ,
mean, any other big names? I'm trying to. There's the Hulk. The Hulk.
ओह हाँ, मार्कस टॉइनिस, या.
Yeah,
आई
he's
थिंक
saying Kyle Mayers. Kyle Mayers also decent player.
मार्कस टोइनिस को लखनऊ ने छोड़ा ही क्यों? मतलब टोटली ब्रेन फेड डिसीजन.
I was about to give some say something about Lucknow, which almost came to my tongue, but I restricted. So, anyways, I mean, there's a lot of players coming, and it will be a fun thing. I mean, we will also have some discussion. So, I think time to pull it up. And also, thanks to Gaurav and Ashish both for joining, and thanks to all of you guys. So, we will meet again. Maybe in the middle of this test, we will meet. Whatever happens tomorrow, we might have a catch up tomorrow also, if possible. So, let's see. And we will have more discussions on IPL. Yeah. So, I
ठीक है.
think that's it. Yeah. Good night, guys.
गुड नाइट.
Thanks a lot. Yeah. Bye bye.
बाय.